Teri Hatcher, ladies and gentlemen. Teri Hatcher. Nice to see you. Now, what is this about? That's right, you were in Tango and Cash.
Yes, I was. You just reminded me of that great rub down.
Well, I wouldn't forget that.
We also played lesbians. I mean, we were lesbians.
That's
You
right,
and
we
Kurt
were
played
that's right,
lesbians. That is unbelievable.
Together.
That's right. It's true. That's true.
He dressed up as a woman, and I dressed up as a very butch woman, and we got on a motorcycle.
Got on a Harley.
Well, I was going to, just told you, I was going on Dal the other night, and on cable, I saw one of the most frightening things I'd ever seen. It was that scene in Tango and Cash. I just come around the Dow when you and Stallone are naked walking with the camera, and your rear end is on my screen. It was the most horrible, frightening thing. Were you there when they were filming their nude scene?
No, I wasn't. I missed it.
Because they've always, guys always seem to be hanging around when women are doing nude scenes in film.
Isn't that odd?
Do women hang around when the guys are doing nude scenes in film?
No, nobody
interest?
wants to see that all with the cameras.
Yeah. Have you ever done a nude scene in a film?
Actually, I did just do my first nude scene in a movie called Heaven's Prisoners with Alec Baldwin. It's coming out next spring. We were down in New Orleans at a beautiful plantation, this 250-year-old mansion. And, they were really classy about it. I was really nervous, and I worked out for weeks before, I wanted my body to look
Now, what's classy about it? Now, we say they were classy about it, as opposed to guys drinking beer. Try to get them panties off. I mean, what is... What would be classy?
Well, oh gosh, they closed the set.
Oh,
so they got all those
that means
men
nobody
off
else
the
can
set.
come in.
Yeah, they got all those beer drinking guys off.
Yeah.
And they replaced all the sound guys with sound women. And,
they did that.
Oh yeah, they're really, and they let you have a robe on until the very last second. And I was just up on a balcony by myself, nude. It wasn't like a sex scene or anything.
No, that's good enough for me. I'll find that. I mean, personally, I don't want to see the guy. Get him out of there. So this is better. You nude on the balcony.
Okay, and so they say rolling, and everything's been very classy. I take off the robe, and I go to walk by the window, and the one thing that they didn't do was keep the tour group out of the mansion. So I walk by this huge window, and there's about 20 70-year-old men with their cameras staring at me. I was just glad I didn't give anybody a heart attack.
No, that's good. They certainly got their money's worth on the tour.
Yes, they did.
But you're a newlywed too now, right?
Yes, I just got married about 5 months ago. My husband worked with John in Tombstone. He was the sheriff.
John Tenney played the
Oh, yeah, he was pretty good. Okay,
yeah,
all right.
Yeah, in disguise with a mustache.
Oh, that's pretty neat.
Anyways, marriage has been great.
Yeah.
He's terrific. We did just have our first little trauma as a married couple.
Kind of a married trauma thing that happens with the young
luckily,
people?
it wasn't a fight or anything like that.
Yeah.
We actually, this is so humiliating, we found out that we had mice in our house.
Tragic for a young couple.
Yes. And we were infested.
Infested? So it wasn't just a mice. You infested?
Well, that's the terminology that exterminator guy who you call.
Well, of course, they're going to say infested because they want more dough.
Right, I guess. I should have
Most people have a
that.
mouse, you have an infestation.
Right. And John told them not to use the R word, totally different thing than mice.
Little mice
I
are
could
cute, big
deal with.
wharf
Rats was no good. So I let him put traps around the house, which I was surprised that I did because I'm a real animal lover, and I'm not sure why I did that, but I did. And the first one that we caught, I went down into the garage and I saw the trap and it was flipped over. And I said, honey, what do you think that means? So when it flipped over, he said, well, I think it means we caught a rat, and I mean a mouse. And I looked and there was just this little cute gray little butt.
Are we talking about Kurt again? I'm sorry.
And so I started to cry, and I got all emotional because I felt so awful. Because I could just picture this little tiny mouse, coming along going, peanut butter, free peanut butter, nobody's around.
Could you do that impression again?
Yeah. So, yeah, that was their trauma. But they're gone.
So what happened? So did you take the mouse out and...
Well, that one mouse, I couldn't go through that again because I just felt it was too torturous. So we got one of these sonar mice thing
that makes a sound?
Yeah, it sends out a high-pitched beep. I know, I bought it.
Does it work?
Well, we haven't had any mice, except it's really annoying. I hear it in the kitchen all the time.
Which is a high-pitched scream?
Yeah, I don't know what that means about me. Part rodent or something.
I mean, you can hear it. Oh, I see. But you mean humans aren't supposed to hear it, but
humans aren't supposed to hear it.
We probably got a really good one.
Oh, maybe that's it.
Now, you know what? You know where I guess I first saw you, or became aware, was, and maybe the audience would be surprised, that sort of, it was a very funny Seinfeld episode, one of the most famous ones, where you were the woman who Jerry couldn't figure out.
I love that gesture. You were the woman.
You were the woman who. They had a bet whether whether your breasts were fake or were implants or real.
Mm-hmm.
It was a very funny episode. For most people remember that episode.
Yes, I do.
No, I remember that because that was Julia Louis-Dreyfus's. Remember when she fell on you over?
Yes,
See, I was really doing an impression of her.
I see. Okay, yes, she did. She fell on me in the sauna, and she found out that they were real, and Jerry's character had broken up with me because he thought they were fake, and you find out in the end that they're real, but
But it's a great episode.
They're real.
No, I'm not asking.
Just in case anybody, really wanted to know.
No. Well, listen, well, good luck on Lois and Clark. You do a good job on the show. You are fine as a devotee of Superman. You do a fine role of Superman. Thank you, Terry. Nice seeing you. Be right back right after this. It's the Mo Citro Guy.